What is going on? My name's Azza, welcome back to my channel. So we have a rerun of the last video I've just put out. I had to take it down, the quality wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, so hopefully this one is better. With that all said and done, we have the first seasonal championship. Now this is toys under the tree, and I do believe the restrictions are track toys in S-Class. Now I have tons and tons of track toys in my garage for S-Class. I've got the Aston Martin Vantage. I've got this is the Dodge Viper 2008 ACR. This is the one that I used anyway. I thought this was the best all-round car. It's got loads of speeds down the straight, and obviously it does still have a lot of mechanical grip because of the type of car it is. So this is the car that I used, and as you'll see, I'm going to show you lap 3. I just absolutely, I've left them all for dead. They're not even on the radar. You know, it's such a nice flowing car to use. There's loads of speed, so if you are struggling even in the corners, you'll make it up on the brakes there. As you can see, really good on the brake. Sheer acceleration and power that this car's got will definitely help you down the straight. Now, watching this video back, as you can see here, it's super flowing. It's so easy to use. On second gear corners, on very short, tight corners, it does kind of like to step out sometimes, but that's mainly because it's rear wheel drive, and it does have, I think, about 830 horsepower. And about 740 pounds of torque, so it does have a lot of power under the hood. And yeah, it's going to propel you out that corner regardless. As long as you can get the car straightened up, you're not going to have an issue on the accelerator. And obviously, if you're going around corners in third, fourth, or fifth gear, you can just pin it. There's going to be hardly any movement in the car whatsoever, and it's going to be super easy to run the same lines over and over again. So that's the first race done. Now we're going to move on to the second seasonal championship. Good tidings we bring. Now this is a dirt championship. Restrictions for this one is Modern Rally B-Class 700. So you can use all sorts of cars. I used the Subaru Imprezas, pretty much all of them. You've got the Mitsubishis, and I think there's a few Toyotas you can use as well. So I opted for the Subaru Impreza STI WRX, and I had a lot of fun with it actually. I put the I think it's the 2.4 or 2.1 litre Rally turbo engine in, which does have a really weird power band in regards to torque, because what I'd recommend with this car is changing gear around 6,000 RPM if you are using manual or manual and clutch. If you're using automatic, you might struggle maybe in third and fourth gear because they are quite long. But if you are using manual and clutch, which I do believe 95% of the races on here are using nowadays, I would recommend changing it around 6 to 6.5k. We are now coming to the dying embers of this race. We're over 90% of the way through the race itself, and yeah, it was a nice showcase for the Subaru Impreza. Again, all these share codes are going to be down in the comment section down below. If you do want to use them, do use my tunes. Please do come back to the channel, comment in the comment section down below whether it worked for you or whether you struggled. And if you did, again, it's constructive feedback from me so I can adjust my tunes in the future. So we're now hopping on to the final race of the video. Now, this series is called Yule the Boss. Again, this is I think it's a road racing championship. And yeah, it's S1. So S1 900 is the restrictions, and it's basically just all Ford Mustangs. Now, I don't know if you can use the older ones, but you can definitely use the modern ones. I'm using the 2018 Ford Mustang GT. It was the only one that I had, other than the drift ones, and I didn't really want to tune a drift car to be a track car, essentially. So this is the one that I used. I did keep the engine stock, and I'll be honest, it was quite an enjoyable car to use. I've managed to get this tune very stable and very easy to use. I've tuned it predominantly for speed. It's got loads of horsepower, loads of torque. Doesn't weigh too much, because obviously, you know, I've had the weight reductions and things like that. You've got the race tyres on there, the max whip. It's a super car to use. And if you guys are struggling on this series, and especially on this event, I definitely recommend giving this car a go. At least give it a go. It might work for you, it might not, but in my experience using this car, I just destroyed the competition. I know they're not super hard, but for the people who are struggling and haven't got cars that are fast enough down the straight, because as you can see, there's a lot of straights on this race especially, give it a go. Give it a go. It might help you out, and it might give you a nice easy win for the series. But Apologies on the delay of getting the video out, lads. I've had quite a few things going on personal wise, but yeah, we're here now, and we've got something uploaded for you with 3 share codes in the description for you down below, so you can give it a like, give it a comment, give me a subscription if you're new, give me some feedback if you use my builds, and as always guys, take care of yourselves and just stay tuned for more.